All right, folks, we're back. We're back. We're back. All right, story analysis. Story analysis. I am Pierre.
I'm Chris.
This is episode 23 of Vinland Saga, season 2.
Yeah.
I was like, you're expecting some grandiose shit, and I'm just like, no, let's just tone it down.
Yeah. I was. Gave this dramatic pause. I was like, oh wow, is he about to do?
He's
Oh
about to
man.
do.
He did nothing.
Oh, he did nothing. He did nothing. Ah, two pats. Like Christian was saying, Canute unleashed the troops. Thorfinn and Einar are cornered. The men who heard the speech while he was fighting Drought, his perspective while he was challenging Canute's, well, wasn't challenging, basically telling him, yeah, can you leave this farm? I like that the men, they're not stupid. Like, warriors, people are just like, hey, I just want to fight. These guys actually listen to this man. And they're like, dude, you're a strange man. I don't want to kill you. Like, that's to even grow an opinion on the conversation that you just saw, just can tell you the kind of men these are. These aren't just like guys that just pick up swords and like, yeah, let's fight. Like Askeladd's men, only like 2 to 3 could reason. The rest would just follow him and just kill. Just like, yeah, like these guys were like in unison. Like, bro, you just said some crazy shit. So for that reason, we don't want to waste your life, bro. It would be a waste. It would be a shame.
Yeah, and I'm glad, like, it'd be kind of crazy if they didn't at least
I know, right?
give us, because these are the strongest warriors in the world. Like,
Who?
the people who surround Canute right now.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
they're
for
the
sure.
Yams Vikings. Like, they are the elite of the elite. So, for them to just be, like, nameless, faceless characters who just stand in the background, I mean, this show could get away with that, but it adds a lot more to give them presence in these scenes. Like, I know you're about to talk about it, but just to enhance the point, when the Canute's father, like his severed head, is talking about how these are sheep you're speaking to, and you're a shepherd.
Yeah.
Like, the sheep isn't just Thorfinn or the common folk; it's also the people who are like standing by, listening to this conversation. So I felt that this was the first time that they even got to hear what Canute's true intentions were. So yeah, I'm glad that they have like a presence. Even
know,
even
right?
in the previous episode, like they had a presence about them.
Yeah. I like to see that. Yeah, they're not just because also Canute, right? If you think Canute, the men that Canute associates himself with, he wants to lead, but at the same time, he really is not a bad guy. like he values
Yeah.
intelligence. Like he values like a great warrior. Like there's not one man who's fought against him who was good that he is like, oh, I should kill this guy. It's like I wish this guy would serve me. like bro. So yeah, he would not surround himself with freaking low intellect and buffoons and just like no. So that makes sense. No, you're right. That makes perfect sense. It'd be weird if they didn't take heed to nothing Thorfinn, because Thorfinn just laid some freaking shit. Thorfinn just gave these motherfuckers some gem for like free. It's like, bro, this man just gave you all a Gandhi vibe and all that kind of stuff. Peace and world peace. This man just want world peace. But yeah, like you mentioned, King Sweyn, yeah, he comes around. But I love that Canute is unfazed. Just it's like this episode showed me like he's not a bad guy. I've always known, but this solidified it to me. Like, bro, there's no antagonist in this season. Like, like seriously, well, to me, I couldn't find one. Because yeah, he's like you just said, bro, they're just sheeps. Why are you revealing your nature to these fucking sheeps, bro? Like, don't you know that one sheep can just freaking lead the whole flock off a cliff? Like they're directionless.
They got biblical with these lines.
Yeah,
And
that is true. This
like
is true.
like again, I'm not a religious guy,
Like
but
Psalm 23.
lines. Oh shit, you know the passage. Damn.
I
See,
think that's Psalm 23. Yeah.
I was just about to say this. Like, lines like this, even though I'm not religious, it makes me excited to read the Bible from front to back. And not only the Bible, like the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, like all the sacred religious texts. Like I really want to read this because the wisdom that they are presenting here, it's so alluring to be able to just call this kind of stuff, just like to illustrate your point. It's just it's so cool, the idea of reading all these texts that are usually contextualized in isolation from the other texts. So to be able to have like this global perspective of all these scriptures and passages, I feel like that's such a cool idea to me. It really, really is. And seeing shows like this capitalize on it, because we already know that Makoto Yukimura, we've talked
Mm,
about this before, like he is
mm.
balancing both so many different sides. Like there's atheistic elements, there's religious elements, there's nihilistic elements. There's so many things, and we know that he read the Bible because when Snake was talking to Sverkel, he
Yes.
made that distinction that like the beginning of the New Testament or I forget what he said, but it was like
Yes.
more
Boring.
aggressive, yeah, more
God
interesting.
is all about peaceful. I didn't make a short about that. Damn, I'm making a short about that. But
Yeah,
yes,
no,
I remember. I remember
that's
that.
your time to shine.
It's my time to shine. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. They reference the Bible heavily in Snake's character, which another guy that's insane, right? You think someone who kills, but even him, he's not a bad guy. But nobody's a bad guy in this in this season. It's like, all right. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. The biblical references or the tapestry. Tapestry, is that a word? The thing that was on the wall, was that a painting when they first introduced us to Gardar? Was it biblical references in
Mm.
that house that was burning?
You mean like the hieroglyphic stuff, right?
Yeah. When the house was burning and he was still half chained. When Gardar was getting freed,
Yeah, I don't
freeing
remember
himself.
what those pictures were. I know they were like, those 2D like drawings that you'd see on caves and in
Mm-hmm.
like the pyramids and stuff. Yeah. Oh, it was like I think it was like Vikings. Like Vikings on like I don't know if it's called a gondola, but their ship. It's like this wide U shape. And there were people on horses with spears. I think that's what it was.
I think that's what you said. You broke down that painting thing stuff when we did that episode. I think
Yeah.
that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, man. The biblical references is fire, but I love that he didn't succumb to his father's words because Canute has mental growth. Well, also he was never someone to be easily. What's the verb for someone you can play around with? Someone that's not.
Influenced.
And bro, Christian. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like seriously, he was never like that. He was never feeble minded. So I
Hmm.
love the fact that his dad, who he's been talking to, who we've seen him go almost to the dark side, like as in thinking of your brother who was so kind to you and say, I feel nothing. Of talking to someone who you killed, who you should be feeling guilt and say, those are the best conversations I'm having. To this shift, but that's also not quick. It's very like the shift that happened on this farm. My man set foot to take this land and leaves, but it's not rushed. It's understandable based on the person that he is. His ability to break
Yeah.
down truth and reason.
It's
Ah.
because the when he was visiting Harold after poisoning him, that's the first time that the head popped up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that in and of itself is evidence that there is a kindness in Canute that he's trying to stuff down. And the head is like a manifestation of his guilt
Yeah.
that just takes the form of his father.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Which
just
he
more
killed.
proof that he is a kind guy. Yeah.
Escalade killed, but he wanted dead anyway. But yeah, that's true. And he didn't. Yeah, he didn't go on a rant and say, "Shut up! I'm the king. You're right, Daddy." imagine, imagine he's like, "You're right, Daddy. Stop talking, guys. I'm the king." And they're like, "Daddy, who are you talking to?"
Uh,
like, who is this man talking about? Like, this man's into some kinks. Another thing,
imagine
bro,
he imagine
is
he
this
was
man
making eye
asexual?
contact with somebody. It's
Right? did not have any women or men in this whole show. This man is just so driven. You know when you have a purpose, Christian, when your purpose outweighs carnal needs. Oof, carnal needs. That's Chuck Rhodes. Oh, billions. His vocabulary is freaking amazing. Anyway, of course, it's gonna be a small tangent for billions. There's this class they're doing about him because he came out as a masochist, and they're like, "What do you gain from that? Like, what are the benefits, or like, what does it do to you?" And he's like, "Well, partaking in these activities aren't just the need isn't just carnal." I was like, "Oh, the way Chuck Rhodes speaks, bro." Paul Giamatti, I think that's his last name, dude. Oh, I miss Billions so much because it's done. Nobody else talk like that except for Moira from Schitt's Creek, but that's a comedy. But the vocabulary, Christian. Oh, the vocabulary. Oh man, my friend was simply promenading the boulevard of your city, bro. My friend was walking in New York. Just say my friend was walking in New York. Oh, Chuck Rhodes. You're a macha in your field, bro. Just say you're good at what you do. Okay. All right. But yes, Christian. Before this billions tangent, this is up there for me. Rest in peace. The show's done. But yeah, just, yeah. This man is just so focused, laser focused on what he has to do. That it's like, yeah, he don't care about chicks, bro. Probably like bring them to his chambers, and he like sends them away running. Get out! Bring me books.
He's a busy guy, man.
He's
a world to conquer.
He is a world to conquer. Crazy shit, man. Yeah, they're like, yeah, and the king's like, you should kill him. You should kill him. I love that. In the same time, he's like, you should kill him, which is offensive. And then Thorfinn is like about to retreat. I was like, I'll run. But the way they coincided was insane. Like, because the dad's voice is getting louder. You should not allow him to live. He's a dangerous man. You should kill him. You should kill him. And Thorfinn's like, I guess I will. As the dad saying, you should kill him. You should kill him. And he said, run. It's like, and clarity, like King Sweyn vanished. And of course, Canute's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, run. Really? He's like, yeah. Like, but he understand. He's like, what else can I do? Like, I understand your paradise can help many while oppressing a few. Bro, the way this is like, oh, if no mind game was meant to be played, it's the most genuine thing because he was being genuine. That's fine. But at the same time, if you wanted to get into Canute's head, that's someone I've yet to see anyone do. He did that. If that was his plan, if Thorfinn was like a Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, or what's some other character that's Lord Varys from Game of Thrones used to do that too before they freaking dumb him down. Tyrion can, bro, these are all Game of Thrones characters that basically can bend you like cordyceps, like strategically get you to do some shit they want you to do. Like if that was Thorfinn's plan, that succeeded. But we know it's not his plan because he really came out here to say, I don't want you to fight. But the way Canute's mindset shifted at the end of that conversation, I was like, holy shit, like that's insane. Like, in his words, like your paradise can help many, but it'll be oppressing a few. So it's not a place for me. So because of that, I'm gonna have to keep running away. And the acknowledgement, you're an exceptional warrior.
Yeah, it's almost like I like to think that Canute, as he was describing, like he comes to these debates like his guard is up. He has like he's taking stock of examples and anecdotes, and he's trying to really approach this by intentionally overthinking like a lot of things. So for someone like Thorfinn to come in and, like you mentioned, his intentions are so pure, his motivations are so simple, and you frame that within the fact that he went through an extraordinary beating like a couple minutes ago, or like for the past 30 minutes or an hour. Like he went through some death-defying, like he went through a death-defying event just to get to this point. So Canute is like, all right, he must be here. Either he's gonna say something that will I'll have to really verbally debate him on this, or there's gonna be a fight. Like somebody's gonna die. I think this is not gonna something big is about to happen here. And then Thorfinn's like, all right, then I'm just gonna run like that. And also, like we were saying earlier, Canute's a kind guy. I feel like part of him was seeking an answer in Thorfinn. Like part of him wanted Thorfinn to say something that would change his perspective or give him insight in a way that nobody else around him was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out that Thorfinn did do just that. He gave
Exactly.
him insight and he gave him a way of perceiving things that, um, as he mentions later, made him feel really good. So, yeah, it's it's pretty ironic that the only way to disarm somebody who's always on guard is just to be pure and honest and simple with him.
Yeah, because when you're on guard, Christian, you're basically a human detector. And not only that, too, he has history with Thorfinn. Thorfinn has no malice. Thorfinn's always been straightforward. Like whether he's carrying that anger or not, this kid was not like, he's loyal, not barbed wire. Never been on the fence. He's either here or he's either there. He's not in the middle. That's Ray Vaughn from LA Leakers freestyle. I'm loyal, not barbed wire. Never been on the fence, like the fence, barbed wire. All right, but yeah, that's what it is. He's not on this. Like I'm tiptoeing here and there. I'm two faced. Like nah, Thorfinn's always been frank. Thorfinn always had character. So not your lifestyle. I'm just being frank with you. That's Drake.
Bro, you gotta start coming up with like your own originals, man. You have enough ammo.
Uh, you have enough ammo. Plagiarize ammo. uh, but yeah, man, some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah, and
Mhm.
Canute laughs because Thorfinn's like, yeah, I'm just gonna want to run away. I'm just gonna keep running as far as I can, and Homeboy turns to walk away. But um, when Thorfinn walks away, I didn't know that reaction was going to turn into laughter. I thought,
Yeah,
is that anger? From like, is it like,
yeah.
how dare you just not actually put up a fight to trying to freaking convince me otherwise? Like, you freaking waste my time. I thought this was gonna be some, like you said, I thought this would have been something deeper to convince me, but you just came here and did your shit. Like you wasted. I literally, that's what I thought. I was like, is he getting upset? And he started
Yeah, that was
laughing.
intentional. That was
And
intentional. A lot of
yeah,
shows
that
do
was
that.
it's beautifully done.
Yeah.
Oh, billions. Okay, I gotta stop. That's all I know.
Another
Billions.
Billions reference.
Yes.
Jeez.
I think you already saw that because before you quit, yes, before you quit Billions, when Chuck purposely ruined Ira's IPA and got Bobby involved so he can put him in jail at I think the season finale, he sits on a bed and his hand is in his head.
Oh yeah, I
and,
remember that.
and we're like, what's going on? And then turn back to him and he take his hands off and he just started laughing because he got Bobby Axelrod. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. If the show's not thought provoking, Christian? Okay, I swear I don't have ADHD or something. Honestly, it's not diagnosed. I don't know. But I don't know. But Christian, I just finished Severance on Apple TV. I think I told you about that. Oh my God.
Mm,
Christian.
that was it.
So good. Christian, so good. Because concepts and shows and movies, they're rewashed, they're replayed, but Apple TV's concepts, ideas, plots are just like
Yeah,
see a bunch of
that
people
is what
that
it seems like. Like Apple TV,
yeah.
they're trying to get like the more interesting shows.
Not even interesting, thought provoking, layered. Oh,
Mm,
like see, nobody can see Jason Momoa, but it sounds like some watered down shit, but it's deeper than that. Like you don't need
mm,
sight, bro. Defending Jacob, this mental conflict, doing the right thing, or being a father. What's some other crazy shows? The after party. That's comedy, but even that, it's like a murder mystery. I've watched some crazy. Ooh, Christian Blackbird, Bird Box or Blackbird, the guy that goes to jail to trying to flip the Bird Box, Blackbird. Chris, you gotta watch that too. That's pretty sick. That's based on a true story. Some guy that need to pretend to get into the mind of a serial killer, but to do so, he needs to pretend to enjoy the things that that serial killer also does, but that he doesn't like. But he has to do it in order to find some intel so he can get himself out of jail. That's as much as I'll tell you, but it's insane. But Severance is a concept, Christian, where work-life balance is no longer a thing. People sign up to when they're at work, they only have memories of work. When they leave work, they only have memories of their home. So when they're
Mm.
at work, they don't know if they're husbands or wives. They don't know if they're widowed. They don't know what their siblings, and they have no memories when they're inside of where they work at. I don't know why I forgot the name of the place. That's insane. But yeah, and then some crazy shit start going down, Christian. Some crazy shit. Like, what's going on? Is this more than it is? And then they freaking unveil all of it, but it's slow. It progresses slowly for those 8 or 9 episodes. Oh, Apple
Mm.
TV doesn't miss. Trying, bro, another great show on Apple TV. I just Hijack, which I told you to watch with freaking Idris Elba. He's trying to freaking
Yeah.
warn the people downstairs that we're in trouble, bro. No, Apple TV is
Hmm.
just. It might just be my only subscription at this point. Like, seriously,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, Netflix hasn't made anything good lately, huh? Or
Um,
at least it doesn't seem like they have.
the kind of things that I'm into, I don't know. It's I don't know, but it might. I don't check Netflix enough actually. I mostly watch Netflix for stand-ups, like the Dave Chappelle stuff that come out. The new Chris Rock that came out was hilarious.
Did you see the Matt
Yeah.
Rife one?
Oh, that did come out. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I literally said I would
Oh,
watch that. You actually
that
watched that?
shit
Of
is
course you watched that. It was
that shit
hilarious.
is crazy. He's
It,
I think he's like my number one comedian now.
seriously, Christian, that's such a
This
low
dude
bar for comedians.
is
Actually, I can't. I don't know enough about the guy, but really,
this dude is funny.
oh
He
my
is
goodness.
fucking funny, man. And also he was he was trained by like a lot of, maybe trained isn't the best word. He was mentored by a lot of like the greats in comedy.
Mm,
Like I can't name them off the top of my head, but when he says the name, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that name is so ubiquitous that that's a
ooh.
really well known comic. So yeah, give it a shot, man. It's but I be warned, anybody listening to this, be warned that Matt Rife's comedy is very like it's extremely edgy.
Well,
Like
Christian, he's a dude. He's a white guy. He can say whatever you want.
no, he people were trying to cancel him.
Mm,
But he, oh man,
no.
I've seen a lot of interviews with this guy. He's a very kind-hearted person, and a lot of the jokes, all his jokes, they come from a place of trying to make people laugh. So his jokes are
Like most
very edgy.
comedians.
Yes, like most comedians. Yeah, exactly. But a lot of people don't understand that like comedians, they push the boundaries, and it's like it's just part of the atmosphere of a comedy show. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't understand that. I don't know, but
He.
like part of Matt's philosophy is like he he thinks that I saw an interview of him with Jordan Peterson, like this really famous psychologist. You might have heard of him, and the idea was brought up that to have true mastery of your pain and of your trauma is when you're able to laugh at it.
Hmm.
So Matt Rife's comedy, it's a strong reflection of that. Like he tries to make fun of things that people are afraid, like they are like, oof. A lot of people are like, that's a really hard thing to try to make funny. But he when you understand that he comes from a good place and you can try and see how he's trying to make it funny, and like you let yourself give in to the comedic environment, then he's a really funny comedian, and he's brilliant. Like his delivery, his body language, his tone of voice, his expressions, his timing, all of it is really, it's an art. Comedy is an art, and he feels like a master of it in my eyes.
Do you watch a lot of comedy?
I've seen I've seen really popular ones like Kevin Hart, of course. I've seen Bill Burr. He was my number one for a while. And then Kevin Hart was my number one for a while too.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock. Uh
Yes. Jamie Foxx, Cedric the Entertainer, Mike Epps, Chris Tucker. As in basically
Chris
my
Tucker. Yep. Chris
yeah,
Tucker.
my freaking comedic repertoire is just vast. So this is why all the things you just listed for Matt Rife, I'm like, those are key aspects that make a comedian a great comedian that a lot of comedians, not a lot, there's a strong niche of the OGs that do possess those talents. But I trust your opinion because, yeah, I don't foresee you as someone who's fucking out here just giving mediocre comedians your time. So yeah,
No,
one of these
I
days
would
I'll
not.
sit and watch the white boy, the
Yeah.
pretty boy. Yeah, but dude, my boy dated Kate Beckinsale, bro. him and
Mm.
him, yeah, that he's a pretty boy, but the other dude, Pete Davidson, bro, I don't know what this dude is doing, bro. The not girls, the women these dudes have been with, just
He was with
not.
Kim Kardashian, right?
He was with Kim Kardashian, yes, Christian. He was, bro. This white boy is out here giving like threes and fours hope. You know how like they're rated, or she's a 10, she's a 7. Like, this, like yo, this man showing you that being funny is the way. just
It's
find a
part of the
comedic
way.
outlet and master it, and you will pick up chicks. No, you will pick up women because these guys have been with women. Kate Beckinsale, bro.
Yeah, I know we're deviating pretty hard. This is the last thing
Literally.
I'm gonna say about this. We talked about this like on for The Last of Us, I think. Like comedians are incredibly intelligent people. Like they are so wise because to be able
Mm-hmm.
to take the harsh realities of life and then wrap it in such a way where they are not only palatable but enjoyable to listen to, that is such a you need to be such an aware and perceptive person, and your
Yeah.
mind needs to operate on levels that like are impressive to be able to handle comedy, and to do so like with pressure, to do so with hundreds of people staring at you expecting you to make them laugh. Like,
Mm-hmm.
telling a joke, being forced to tell a joke defeats the purpose of a joke, right? And
That is true.
in that understanding is like comedy is hard. It can be very hard to get a grasp onto, and to be able to control the how you make something funny. That is very, very difficult. And then to do so like day after day, year after year, that's not easy. So you have to be like you're well, like I mentioned before about the ratio of like your ability to tolerate distress and comfort. Like comedians, their ratio is crazy. Like their ability to tolerate discomfort and then withstand that discomfort and rise above it
Yeah.
is a tier above a lot of like people out there. So, and that translates very well into relationships, I'd imagine. It's like that you build a skill set that enables you to deal with a lot of situations, and
This is
relationships
true.
is just one of them.
This is true.
So,
No, you're right.
yeah.
That is true.
All right, let's
Back to
get
the
back
Vikings.
to yeah, back to Vinland. That was a
Yeah.
long tangent.
That was, yeah, I know, right? We digressed heavily. Yeah, Canute, he laughed, right? Like, it's funny. Like, what is going on? Like, you really didn't have nothing up your sleeve. You just came out here, and that's all you wanted to let me know, so I can get off this farm, and that's it. This is one of the most ridiculous peace talks, the most ridiculous peace talk I've ever been a part of. In the middle of that, like, they zoom in on Thorfinn, and he's like, "Wow, the Vikings were able to produce someone like you. You're a beautiful
Mm.
man." Now, I'm
Mm.
like, he's surrounded by Vikings. That last part was in his head. That last part was in his head. But it's like the Vikings are able to produce someone like you, as in these low level folks, these only fighters are able to produce someone with your mindset. I'm glad that was in his head because that was a soliloquy. That was like in his head. He didn't voice that out. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Thank you for not saying that because I mean, you're the king, they would not have done shit anyway. But it's glad to know that he kept that internal, because that is mad pretentious. That is mad condescending. But anyway, and when he said you're a beautiful man, I was like, is that some Isoka shit? Like, is that some Hunter x Hunter?
No.
But the way
Askeladd,
he's like, you're a
Askeladd was
beautiful
the last
man.
person. Yeah, remember when Thorfinn was fighting him in the snow, and Askeladd was talking about his father, and he was like, the first man that I ever killed, he was not a beautiful man. And because
Mm-hmm.
in Askeladd's perspective, a beautiful man is like someone like Thor's. He was saying that like these ugly, unrefined men are out here
Yeah.
just swinging an axe because like you said, I tell them to go kill somebody, so they just kill somebody. They yell, they're dirty, they're just living for cardinal desires. That's Askeladd didn't see that as a beautiful man. He saw a beautiful man as somebody who's stoic, refined. Their mental palace is on point. And yeah, so whenever they throw around this idea of a man being beautiful in Vinland Saga, there's a lot of meaning to that, like a lot of depth that I feel like it could be easy to, like in other shows, if someone was called a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
man, it could be
Like, whoa,
have,
bro, daddy.
yeah. Yeah, but in this show it's very like, it's like saying you're a very uh incredible man, basically.
I understand. I understand. Yeah. And Thorfinn made his vow. He's like, bro, like, I'm going to create a place beyond your reach using methods that are different than yours. And he's like, interesting. We're complementing each other. So you're going to fill the whole my power cannot. Like, nah, I can't fill that. But keep oppressing people and no one will be able to save you. Bro. And saying that, and he's like, you need to try harder. Don't make me work. Don't make more work for me. And he crosses his arm. Like, bro, is he not talking to a king?
Yeah,
When he-
I really thought that they were going down a route of being like natural enemies, but after this conversation,
yeah.
it's like, no, they're gonna be
Yeah. It's
friendly
more
rivals and
clarity.
partners.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. It's more
that's
clarity.
cool.
We're doing the same thing. We want the same. No, we're not doing the same thing. We want the same thing. I want to create a utopia that takes killing and oppressing the few to better the many. You just want no war. What is a utopia?
Mm.
Utopia is a place of no war, no suffering. It's like, bro, our end game is the same. It's just the pawns in our plays are different. I wanted to say something more clever. I'm ashamed.
Bro, if you didn't bring up that you thought it wasn't clever, it would have been clever. That was not
uh,
wrong.
end game. Oh wow, end game pawns. Wait, are those all chess games? Are those all chess? Is end game something in chess? Oh no, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Pawns.
it
That's
could
what it
be.
is. Crazy shit. But yeah, man. And he's like, damn. Okay, Thorfinn. Wow. I wonder who did you take all that after? Like, bro, the one only, bro, the man, the legend, Thors. Like, just talking about. What you talking about, Willis? Great. And the freaking ship to Thorgil, who's upset. Why are sheeps? Why are ships leaving? Where is Canute? We need to finish our
Came
fight.
back with like armor and weapons.
Right. Bro, he need to meet Thorgil. That's a fight I want to see because they would just not die. Like they would just like they would fight through death, basically. Ooh.
Hmm.
And Canute is talking on the ship with his right hand man Wolf. It's like, damn, I'm canceling our plans to conquer other farms. I don't want to create more work for Thorfinn. He's like, hey, are
Uh,
you okay with what I did today? What's up? What you say?
no, I said I love it. I love
Yeah.
what he's
Oh.
saying.
Oh. He's like, Wolf, are you mad at what I did today? Wolf's like, no, Your Highness, I'm not mad at all. It's like, okay, that's great. And then after he said, I don't want to make more work for Thorfinn, he said, I thought you were the one fighting me, but today I gained allies, bro. Like I met someone who want the exact same thing that I want to do, just a different way
Mm.
of getting that. Like they want the same thing, bro. their end game or parallel linear, man. Oh, and then we start seeing the shift caused by Thorfinn, because he was the catalyst for that eye-opening decision to do things completely different. We start seeing the fruits that bear to Canute by taking in these strategies that were just not instilled on him, that Thorfinn kind of swayed him in that direction. He got back to England and told all the Danish, get the fuck out. It's all good. Let the British folks drink their little tea and their shit by themselves. And then his troop got reduced to 16 Danish ships. But you would think, oh shit, dude, you're fucking vulnerable. The British are going to take over. The British never did. Because the British saw the king took kindness upon them, and the way the author mentioned this, the relationship between conqueror and conquered changed due to Canute's kind decisions. Like, bro, it's like your bond just got strengthened with England. You didn't conquer England by force no more. Now it's through benevolence. Now it's through kindness. And now these people will like fight for you because you've showed them something that other kings prior never did. And this is all because Thorfinn opened your eyes, bro. I was like, damn. Oh, why couldn't this happen in Africa, bro? Why couldn't these freaking racist bigots? Okay, all right. This is going some other place. But yeah, let's bring it back to fiction. Like, yeah, man, the freaking people love him. I like that.
Yeah, and also too, like Canute, because up to this point, he schemed, he poisoned, he betrayed, to get to the position that he's at now. So, for the first time, I feel like when he said, "I feel good" with a smile on his face, like I think he said that from the bottom of his heart. Like this whole time, he's like kind of calling back to that old Canute that was like good spirited and just kind, and it was like a relief for him. So I wonder if the head will show up in the future now. Like I wonder if the head is going to start to like make less of an appearance because it's like him, because of this one encounter with Thorfinn. Because the head was like representing guilt for him in my eyes. So
this, yeah. Guilt. Great storytelling can be interpreted in many ways. Guilt is good. In my perspective, through my lenses, I think the head represented a distorted mindset. Not blinded, a blurred perspective. Because through his conversation with Thorfinn, he gained clarity. Because that's something he always wanted. He was always a nice guy. He always wanted peace. He was under the impression by all of the death and suffering he saw that the only way to get to a utopia is by unifying people. And unifying them is by conquering more land to have this synergy, have this one main army instead of several, which, if you think about it, several can only cause war. When there's one, there's unity. I already mentioned synergy. So, yeah, I think it was like the king continuously pushed him on the road of more killing. Like, oh, you just killed this, you need to kill more. Oh, this is going to be the paved road of all the people you're about to kill. It's going to make it all the way to heaven, all the people you're going to kill. Oh, you killed your brother and the king. Oh, that's good. That's just the beginning for you. This was just only highlighting the dark sides of being a leader when there can be a good side, which he now is doing. That's why I thought the head. But at the same time, it can be guilt too, bro. But hey, just different minds, Christian. This is why we gel freaking well, bro. We just see shit differently. I'm colorblind. Yeah. Crazy shit. I'm not. Yeah. Next morning, Thorfinn gets up. He's limping. He sees Einar. Einar's crying at Arnheid's grave. Damn. The flashback. His mom telling him to live. Arnheid saying, "What the fuck do I gotta live for, bro? I got Gardar waiting for me and a baby that's not his." It's like, trifling.
It's been a while since I've heard that word.
Oh man, now we gotta bring the urban out. Yeah. Just because we're using these little vocabulary, these little SAT words, we gotta remind them, bro. We're from the block. Okay. We're from the block. Oh man, we're black. We're black.
That's the way you said that. We're from the block. That didn't sound like somebody who's from the block would say that.
I know, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they would eat me alive. Is it maybe because I've been westernized? Lil Sim said that. Lil Sims? Is that an X? That's not an X. That's in silhouette, I think. Maybe it's because I've been westernized. Oof, that whole album's fire. I think I named the album is X. Fuck, now it's gonna bother me. Christian, you gotta give me a second. I gotta find out what's the album's names.
Right now.
No, thank you. No, thank you is the name of the album. Fire. Introvert, even fire. Oh, Christian, that little black girl is something else. Woke about the culture. I can listen to Lil Sims all day. But anyway, we're back. Yeah. Lil Sims, Dave, Alvino, Avlino. Yeah, the UK rap got the freaking substance and pro black and shit, which I'm here for. But yeah, homegirl's like, I gotta, why live? I got a stepdad in there waiting for me. Yes. And Einar mentioned Vinland, bro. What we gotta do, bro? Vinland, west of Westeros. That's Arya Stark, Game of Thrones. But yeah, and Thorfinn's like, when Arnie drew her last breath, I didn't say anything. Like, what was I supposed to say to a soul who's been through so much and who's yearning for peace? Thank you. When he said that, I'm like, thank you, because that's what I was saying. I don't even remember 2-3 episodes ago. I'm like, bro, this woman has gone through a lot. Why are you shaking her? Like, why? Just like, let her go. Like, yes, Thorfinn. Like, I was so happy he said that. Like, seriously, man, just let her go. Like she has been through too much. But yeah. And she's like, I want to create a world I can proudly describe to people whose only salvation is death. A place more appealing than death. I'm going to do it. And if it doesn't exist, I'll make one. And he said, come with me, brother. I'm like, bro. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Let's create a country without slavery for Arnheid. I'm like, bro, don't let the Westerners find out, because shit. Like, there's no slavery. No, man, but it is what it is.
Oh, you got a place with no slaves? We gotta fix that.
Right? We gotta fix that. Whether it's physical, bro, whether there's actual chains, whether it's mental chains, bro, you gotta be a slave to something. That's what it is. Crazy stuff. Well, we love it. Yeah. And they get to say their goodbyes, Christian. And who said that? Who said Pater? Yes. So yeah, I told everyone that the young master Olmar is the one who got the king to stop the war. And Thorfinn's like, thank you for doing that, because he doesn't want no credit. My man. That's one thing about these guy kind of people, bro. It's just like, thank you for letting someone else take the credit. I don't want to be known. I just want to be behind the scenes. I don't even want to be mentioned, which is like so nice. Like, everybody said their piece. Pater's like, you can count on me. I'm gonna watch out on Arnheid's grave for you every morning. Which I don't know why, but he had to say something. It is what it is. Olmar's like, bro, I want to be strong and kind like you. Olmar's growth. Christian, we're talking about growth. We're talking about growth. This boy, bro. No, this man.
And you hated him.
You detested him greatly. I hated him. His name. Just,
damn.
No more. I hated him thoroughly. I had to keep reminding myself that this is an anime. This is not real. Nobody's named Olmar. I don't know nobody's named Olmar.
There's a lot of people named Olmar.
I've never heard of Ol. I know Olmar. O-M-A-R, not O-L. Well, not me. If you know one, that's cool. But I don't know any Olmar. Thank God, because I don't know. I would associate them with that excuse of a person. No more. He grew. I like his character development is great. Everybody developed. Even Spherical. It's very Spherical like of Spherical. Like, thank you. Like, well, it was a deal that we made. Like, bitch, just start crying. Just cry. You know you're gonna miss them. Bitch, this old man don't freaking stop. It was a deal that we.
Did you notice how there were no wheels on Sparkle's chair? So imagine they
Bro.
just like he was just sitting on the chair while they carried him from his house,
Oh wow.
just for him to say goodbye for like.
And then to carry him back.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I didn't notice that. I would just leave him out here.
You got to crawl your way back, old man.
Oh. And then Snake does something that is so significant. I hope anyone who watched this was like, oh wow, that's probably one of the biggest gestures like anyone has ever done to emphasize on how good of people these two guys are and how much they have helped them prolong their lives. Basically, they ceased this war. They can still live. They can still own land. For him to say Thorfinn Einor, like my name is Rold, son of Gren, it's like, bro. Because Christian, this guy said, like, we had to not use our name because of the shit that we've done. That's a risk, but it's irrelevant. Like, these two of the greatest men I've ever met, I will be my vulnerable and true self and let them know of my real name. It's like, bro, that's, and he shouted it, not like written down on a piece of paper, whispered. It's like, hey, just so you know, my name is Rold. Like, no, Thorfinn, my name is Rold. Bro, nah, I was like, wow, that's touching. That's you're boys now. That's it. Like, that's you. We're brothers now. At the same time, somebody come for me. I only told my name to one person. I only told my name to two people. So it can only be those two people. Just imagine. Yeah. And Patter's fucking monologue. Going to Arnheid's grave and like, I've endured so much shit my whole life. I thought pain was the way around in this world. It's like, Patter doesn't sound like that. Until I met them, Krisha, until I met them. They're headed somewhere we've never imagined. Somewhere that's not here. And as they're doing all this, they're telling you Carve in the sea. They're showing you fucking Leaf. Carve in the land. They show you the boys freaking working. They show you this couple. Homeboy's working. Homegirl's just standing next to the equipment. So shit's been like that since the dawn of time. You'd think these two people would be putting in work. My girl's just chilling while her, I guess, husband or brother is just sweating hard.
You know, that was Olmar and the girl from the beginning that he was sleeping
That was
with.
Olmar.
It was a time skip.
That was Olmar.
Mm-hmm. And it's implied that he married that girl who he slept with like twice.
Oh, she secured a bag. She's not even working.
Yeah.
She looked fine. She looked like she got makeup and everything on. She just standing next to the. She just standing next to the thing. Man, that's perseverance. This girl aim high and reach high.
And you remember the first episode? How they had this Carve thing going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the imagery that they used there, they used it for Garter. And then the same exact shot they used with Olmar and this girl. Like, if you go back and look at it, it's the same exact image for all three scenarios. Like in the first episode, and then with Garter's backstory, with Arnheid, and then with Olmar and this new girl. Same exact imagery. Yep, full circle.
Some beautiful shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's some crazy stuff. Wow. It was very nice. And they showed me Thorgil. Thorgil doesn't look like he's letting the shit go.
Yeah. I mean, there's just the fact that his name has Thor in it tells me that he's gonna be a problem in the future.
I mean, future, bro. Possible scenarios for season 3. This show can just end. Like, I heard there's a season 3. If it's confirmed, great.
I have no idea where this episode feels like a finale.
I know,
I
right?
know
The
there's one
series
more, but
finale. Yeah. Like I don't
yeah,
understand. Like, did you do what? Like, some bigger bad guy is gonna come out?
yeah. Because the thing is, like, there's no,
Bad guy.
mm, not even bad. Just like there's no. This is quite a crazy goal for both Canute and Thorfinn to be chasing.
Yeah.
Like, for this to end in a way, like I feel like you would just have to. I feel like it'd be impossible to have an ending that is
Better than
like
this.
not better than this, but just an ending that um, solves such complicated questions. Because if he stumbled on an answer to these kind of issues that they're trying to tackle, like then we would be doing that in the real world. I feel like. I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause yeah, I don't know how he plans on ending this because these are some really deep things that are going on here.
I know,
Unless he
right?
ends it where like Thorfinn and Canute they pass on their work to the next generation because they alluded to that in I think the beginning of this season. Like, I know I remember talking about my interpretation of a quote and how it was saying that like their work just gets passed on to the next generation and then that generation continues to build on the previous generation and each generation they lead towards that ideal paradise or solution. So I could imagine that's how it would end. Thorfinn does some crazy achievements and same as Canute, and then once their story ends it's kind of like okay, the next generation now it's their turn to continue the mission, to continue the journey. So that's probably that might be how it ends.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. The same way I didn't know where season two was gonna go, and it ended up being amazing. Like, what a plot! The same way I don't know, because like when season one ended, I'm like, okay, the man you were trying to kill, he is dead. Like
Mm.
Canute was supposed to be the king. You're now king. Now what? And they gave me this season two. Was like, holy shit. So, yeah, at this point, yeah. Like he'll pull through. He or she. Who's is the writer a man or a woman? Who's um,
Man,
mm, he'll pull through. Does he go by he? I don't know the pronouns that he go by. The writer will pull through.
he goes
But
by he.
it's the shit you gotta ask, man. You gotta ask. But yeah, okay. But yeah, man, this was dope. This was cool. Shit, this is an hour. All right, I'm going to sleep. Um,
Yeah.
it's-
All right, man.
uh, oh, Christian, I got some structures for the poems. Freaking sick. Freaking sick. Um,
Yeah.
listen, I feel like since we've been doing everything you want, except for the movie, They Clone Tyrone, which was my
Hey,
idea.
listen. You are the one who's like choose the show, so I'm
Uh,
giving you a lot of opportunity to choose the show too,
uh,
or like a poem or whatever.
no. I think we need to keep jumping into different art forms. As in, what have we not done? We're gonna do poems. I know that, but like, what's a song do you
Yeah.
think is worth doing? And in a book, we mentioned book, yeah, and in a book. I know, yeah. I love that
Oh.
idea. Like, we need to this need to not be limited to different art forms.
Yeah, and I feel
This
like a lot of people who only watch or who don't watch anime might not even uh like if for example like if you're watching Vinland Saga and you only got up to like episode 13, of course you don't want to be spoiled by watching all these, but like a poem it's like you can just quickly uh listen to that, and
mm,
then especially if we like play the poems throughout the episode.
rich gang, crazy shit. Listen, man. The point is, we're about to cater to cater. There's no H. It's T A. Is there an H? Is it T C A T H or C A T E?
Cater,
Cater.
Cate.
Oh, there's no H. Okay. Yeah, dude, we're just trying to cater to freaking different demographics, different groups. We're just not actually no, actually no. We're catering to one group, a group of people who enjoy thought provoking storytelling, whether through various idioms and art forms, whether it's freaking poetry, whether it's songs, whether it's books, whether it's shows, whether it's anime. Yeah, we're getting to one group. So that group will like all of them. So yeah, man, some crazy stuff. But yeah, man, that's it. That's it. Oh my goodness. All right, it's been real. Until next time.
Yep. Next time. See ya.
Yep.